Well, we certainly have some interesting news today. Justice has absolutely struck our tech overlords here in the United States because Wall Street is in shambles after Silicon Valley's Magnificent Seven lost a combined $1 trillion in value overnight. Now, you might be asking yourself, who are the Magnificent Seven? These are companies like NVIDIA, AMD, Meta, Microsoft, the big seven corporate tech overlords that run this country and basically paid for Donald Trump to be president. You might be asking, well, why did they lose $1 trillion in value overnight? Well, it's actually thanks to a little app called DeepSeek, which is a new open source AI from a small indie developer in China. And it doesn't even need any kind of NVIDIA chips to run it. So let's go ahead and break down the destruction from the scam that comes from our tech overlords. But to do that, I want to go ahead and do this a little bit more, nostalgically. Ooh, this is cool. Kind of like old newspapery. But let's go ahead and keep on going. DeepSeek launched, and within hours, Silicon Valley's house of cards began collapsing. Stocks for NVIDIA, Meta, and Microsoft tanked, wiping out billions in market value. The most ironic part, DeepSeek was developed for a fraction of the billions Silicon Valley demanded from taxpayers, US taxpayers, and it doesn't even require any of the microprocessors that AI in the United States absolutely requires. Let me see if I can put this into some context for you. Donald Trump announced a huge $500 billion Stargate development project plan just last week utilizing OpenAI. DeepSeek was developed as a side project for the cost of $5 million. That's about it. These tech pros spent years, nearly a decade, lobbying our government for taxpayer funding, essentially corporate welfare, promising of AI domination, only to get dethroned by an app that's completely open source and free for everyone to use. Hold on a second. I want to go ahead and fix something. That's a lot better. Quite enough of that. So what this means is the tech bros' AI monopoly dreams are now a smoldering pile of ashes. Silicon Valley learned a very clear lesson: what happens when you bet everything you have on corporate greed instead of on innovation, which is how business is supposed to be run. DeepSeek has made their overpriced AI race irrelevant. Billions that they spent on research, lobbying, and those fancy little NVIDIA chips are now completely worthless. DeepSeek doesn't just challenge big tech, it obliterates their entire business model. Monopolies be damned. It is what it is, folks.